Hey there everyone, good evening. Hey there the Pirate Gamer Boy, and hey there awesome Planet LPs. Hi Griso, you're here as well. Awesome to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. Today we are going to play some horrible games probably. We'll see. I'm not an expert on these, so it's great to have some you guys on here who are a bit more knowledgeable on this stuff. I'm also not too familiar with many of the... where are you going? Where are you going? With the library of Famicom games, so you know it's going to be interesting what we'll find. Where we start? Which should we start with first over here? This tiny one or this one? This one has a bit more games. It's overall a bit more interesting, I think. This one is this one I can actually play from a bit of a distance, but so you know, just let me know which one should we start out with. You know, before that, I'm gonna crack open a little beer here. This is a Millionaire Milk Stout from the Wild Beer. I don't see anything on the screen because Griso is in front of here. This is actually with some salted caramel and chocolate, so it's a bit of an odd. It might have the same games. I don't know. Although, if you this one, I've seen it mold this device in so many different shops, and they all look the same, but they seem to have different games on them. And yeah, it sounds about right. We'll check this out first. But first, let's have a bit of a sweet. Wow. Wow, that is so weird because it actually tastes of chocolate with beer. It's quite sweet, and do I like it? I don't know, it's just such a weird combination to have it in one swallow. Anyway, we are going to start with this one. I was hoping this actually played some Sega games, because I have, I think it's a Blaze one. But unfortunately it doesn't. So I need to get my cables out here because I actually discovered in starting that yeah, I totally agree, awesome Panda LPs. It's a bit of a weird combination. It does taste okay, but it's just, I don't know. I think I do prefer my chocolate separate from a beer. Anyway, we will need this one for the blue one, and it is a lot shorter, and it's a bit of a pain. But for now, we can use the longer one, which is great. I thought the cables were the same, but they are not. So let's put it in here, and I need to connect this, and hopefully Frieza is not going to mind me. In front of here. My PC is a bit on the side, just to compensate a bit for the short cable later on, because that other cable is only 1 meter long, and I don't have a extension on hand. But this one, you know, this one is like 2 meters. This is a nice length of a cable, and it's really nice that they're, because it's so unusual for these cheap ass devices to have such a long cable. So that's about the only great thing this device had going for it. Hey there, that Dutch guy, great to have you. Yeah, the action, as I said earlier, this thing is like all over the place. It has different games everywhere. It's just like one of those molds that all the manufacturers seem to use. Yeah, you can't be in front of the screen. Well, you can, but my Contra gaming will be bad enough as it is. Well, should we even play Contra? Because everyone knows Contra, right? Let's turn on. Yeah, there we go. And let's actually turn this one on. And hopefully I can. There we go. The sound in this one is pretty decent actually, and like also the cable is just, it's very sturdy. Like you can do this and it's barely distorting. I cannot do that with this one. So you know, for what it's worth, it does play okay. Let me know if the audio is alright. I think we should be okay. But if something needs adjusting, please let me know. And let's see. And this thing is super sensitive. It's super sensitive, this, and it's just annoying in general how you need to move. But anyway, need to press start to actually get to the menu. And the object for today is just to look at some unlicensed games or maybe some fun hacks we can find. You know, not stay away from the actual games we know pretty much, which for me is probably a lot. But yeah, so first of all, there is Angry Birds 3. I doubt it's actually the third one. So you know, let's just check it out. Yeah, that's right, the Pirate Game Boy. I want to try that to see if there is a little test menu. I forgot to do that in the review actually, but it's always worth a shot. Yeah, just Angry Birds here. Just I think this is a very standard unlicensed game that you see on a lot of devices. Not sure why they added the free on the top. I can't actually select anything here, so I guess we need to go through the game first. Yeah, most of these Chinese developers didn't really have the the sound chip of the NES down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You only have 5 settings for the. And then you just let go, and there we go. We did it! Yeah, there's very few unlicensed games that actually have decent music. Let's just, I think we can just go. You can't even set the power. It's just, you set a height of the sling. How do you even call it? Arc. There we go. And you press A and then it goes. Or no, it's B. No, it's A. These buttons, they are terrible. This is A, this is B. It's very awkward to hold. Like for one game, it's no problem. I didn't even see what the object was. Oh, okay. How did that not plow through everything? It's probably not gonna reach it. It is, okay. I mean, if you live in China and you did not have Angry Birds, I suppose it would kinda suffice if there was nothing better. But definitely not the best sampling of a unlicensed game out there. There are actually some decent ones out there. What are you doing? But yeah, let's. I think we should just go on because we know how Angry Birds plays. Let's see if we can actually find that little. Oh wow, no, that did not do what I was hoping for. Nope. I can't seem to enter any menu here, unfortunately. Maybe it's another button combination. It's also not in the manual. The manual didn't really say anything. It was a very lackluster manual. Here's Contra. It is, I think it's just the NES Contra actually, not the enhanced Famicom one. And this is also something they often do on these devices, where they enable the cheat, so you don't have to input the Konami code, which would be a pain to do with this thing. There's also not even a select button on this thing, so you know. Yeah, what is a loop shot? Shotgun's probably the spread shot. Let's go with that. See if it's the enhanced version. That is, you can see that in the first level, right? It's with the leaves swinging. I'm not. Oh yeah, buttons different. And yeah, ducking is a real pain in the ass with this sliding control thingy. And I'm not good in with Contra anyway, so you know. But this control scheme doesn't help at all. It's real awkward. Yeah, I do think, for what it's worth, they only named this one as one game actually. It's not like they oh, I actually managed to duck this time. And yeah, this just seems like the NES version, not the Famicom version. Otherwise the leaves would be dingling in the wind, wouldn't they? So yeah, we've seen Contra. Let's move on and actually find some stuff that's new to us. Super Mario, of course, we know. And this one, also in comparison to the other device, might be worth just showing off that this one has a, it seems like a direct dump. Like, the sky actually looks blue in this one. We'll see in the other one that the sky has been turned purple and the sound is way off in the other version. This one, for what it's worth, oh yeah, controls. This one actually sounds and seems to look okay. Also the correct speed. Just the controls are completely terrible. The B button being above the A button is just really awkward, and you can't make fine adjustments on that D-pad. But for what it's worth, you know, it plays. Do you think? Could be it. Might also explain the difference in the sky color, maybe? But it sounds so high-pitched in the other version. We'll check that out later on as we get to it. But you know, just to have that comparison there. This is Spartan, this is just Kung Fu Master. Arkanoid, it's normal. Tetris 2, that just looks like Tengen Tetris, I think. Let's quickly check it out. Yeah. Which is a cool Tetris version. Weird that they actually call it Tetris 2, because there actually is Tetris 2, right? Aladdin 3. That's one of these disadvantage of this device here. It only has the most basic NES games. So, you know, I actually should have known that Contra didn't have the Famicom version, because it actually doesn't have any custom chips in here. Anyway, Aladdin, wait. Watch Real Play Retro. Welcome to the stream. Hi, welcome. Great to have you. But yeah, Aladdin 3, which is, I think... Did I select that wrong? Nope, it's Adventure Island. What the heck? Okay. What the heck? Yeah, the Tetris 2, I think I've tried it once on emulation and didn't really like it much. Yeah, that's true. Eladon 3 is a very simplistic, unlicensed shoot 'em up, and it's not very good. It's very slow. So, you know, Adventure Island is good, but Adventure Island also seems to be right below it. Is this also Adventure Island? It is! First double of the system. Awesome. Man. What else? Goonies? Goonies is the first Goonies, I suppose. Was this Japanese? The Japanese exclusive? Yeah, this is the first one. I think this was a Famicom exclusive, right? So that could be a kind of... Oh my god. That control, man. It's so terrible. Just randomly ducking. I don't even know how to play this. Fine. Keep the... Yeah, that second game is pretty weird also. Man, get off the freaking ladder. Oh man. Yeah, the scoreboard is kind of glitched. Now that you mention it, didn't even notice that. Come on. That second one, it's so obtuse in where you have to go and such. It's real pain to figure that game out from what I've seen. I've never actually played much of it myself. And how do you get the key? I don't even know. That's not what I wanted to do. And of course this game has the A and the B's switched around as well, but I think that is normal for this game actually. But you know, my brain is so messed up anyway by these controls that it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Goonies 1. Should be good fun, but it needs better controls. This D-pad, it does not work for for precision platforming. Gradius 1, awesome game. Is it actually Gradius 1? I mean, now we might as well check it out. They removed the title screen. Yeah, this is Gradius 1. Surprisingly, this sliding pad, I get all the power-ups, huh? Oh wait, no, this is different than Gradius 1, huh? For shoot 'em ups, it works a bit better. Yeah, that was a really bad first section. Only 2 power-ups. But yeah, for some reason, it actually works decently well for shoot 'em ups, which makes no sense. Guess we... Oh, bye-bye power-ups. And this game is probably where you actually would prefer the PAL version. Because the NTSC version... the first boss is real tough. It's tough in any version. But yeah, especially the NTSC version, it goes way too fast with all the boulders and such. Not that I'm actually getting there. Also, by the way, very sorry about any deinterlacing issues. I'm not sure how these devices actually, how they are actually outputting it, but none of the, I didn't intend to fly into a wall. None of the OBS schemes for interlacing actually look good. So having it disabled looked kind of the best, but it still looks really distorted. Yeah, even if I need a lot of practice in Gradius to actually see it through to some point. I'm a bit more familiar with Life Force or Salamander, but still, it's really really good classic Gradius, awesome game. If you want to see someone actually beat it in a proficient way, then I can highly recommend the channel Gameplay and Talk. He does some excellent LPs and playthroughs, quick plays. One of which is Gradius. He does a bunch of Gradius games, and he actually knows his way around the game, unlike me. Legend of Kage, is it actually Legend of Kage? It is. Yeah, also very early game. I can't imagine it playing great either. Because, you know, you need to jump by pressing up, which... Gradius 5, I actually... oh man. Gradius 5 I actually liked a lot on the PS2. Lovely game. And never played much Dead Horse in between, except for Life Force. It was my main Gradius game on the NES back in the day. And there was also a Gradius on the Commodore 64, but that one is not recommended. And yeah, this, as I expected, did not play well. What do we have more? Chinese chess. Is this an unlicensed game? I don't know. Probably. Yeah, might be. I don't know. Maybe it's a Famicom game. I don't know how to play Chinese chess, so you know, it's, can't show much of this. I don't think. I have no idea what to do. Yeah, no idea. Why is there a second hand here? Is the second player, do they have a separate hand? That's kind of weird. Is TXC a Chinese? Is that a Chinese company? I think. Hey, there's Saint Paladin. This is the Sonic lookalike thing. It's super tiny, it's not very great, and it's awful. But that's most of those things. Yeah, there's a bunch of those, you know, like Hammer, the Hammer guys. They actually made some decent sound for the console, at least. World Cup. This looks nothing like World Cup. I mean, I only know World Cup like the Technos game. And I do not know this game. Is it an original Famicom game? I don't know. Or is this also? Let's go for Spain. I guess skill level 1. Halftime? Does it really go for 15 minutes? Hey there, Retro Mickey. Great to have you. Welcome aboard. Nintendo did make this. Must be one of the first How do I? Oh yeah, right. I never actually seen this one. How do I do the tackle? Throw the ball? No. What the heck? Yeah, pass it to the enemy. That's an awesome idea. Yeah, I think the actual World Cup is much preferred. Do the does the original NES game also have weird? I mean, this is like almost like they're animals. So A is shoot. I mean, for an early NES game, I suppose this was pretty decent. And B is pass. Okay, so B is to pass, and no, or Morocco. Yeah, and World Cup is actually one of my favorite sports games ever. Really cool. And yeah, let's not play against Morocco because you will lose, and some city will probably get burned down. Nice of that keeper to actually move out of the way. That was awesome of him. Kinda interesting how you can target your shot when you go to the goal. That's pretty cool. Saint Paladin Pocket Dream consoles. I actually don't know. I actually doesn't ring a bell what those are, so I don't know. Might be. 1942. Oh boy. The NES version of 1942 is has one glaring issue, and that is the audio. Like the actual game 1942 on the NES is actually pretty decent, but the music. Yeah, okay, A is Loops. I no clue what Capcom was smoking when they cleared this music as being correct. I think it's some kind of bug that they weren't aware of or something, but this is not the console at play here. This is actually how it's supposed to sound on the NES. But the actual game is just it's a nice conversion of the game actually. It plays really nice. And again, for some reason this sliding joypad works better when it comes to shooters. Yeah, I don't blame you. Just no clue how this came to pass. Like this audio is just so obviously wrong. Commodore 64 actually has some awesome music in it. Of course it does. But I must admit that this version plays much better. But yeah, that music, man. And like, there is some music here, but then the actual stage starts and it's done. Really, really weird. Oh yeah, start. I keep pressing the buttons, but it doesn't work. 90 tank. Yeah, this you also see a lot of on these kind of systems. Tank A1 1990. Is that the actual game name? It's just basically like tanks or combat. It's an early Battle City. Yeah, that's the name. Thank you. There is some video issue with like some jail bars and they go all over the place. But yeah. Otherwise, this console is pretty stable when it comes to audio and video. That is, yeah, this does not work with this control. Oh boy! Oh my goodness. Because you really need to make fine adjustment here. So yeah, that's game over. Why? I didn't die. Yeah, this is a pretty cool game originally. And and there is a construction mode which I can't actually get to because there is no select button on this controller. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting game. Early fun game. But yeah, again, just for those tuning in now and haven't seen the review, this is not a normal D-pad. This is actually a sliding sliding pad. It's not actually a D-pad you can push down, and it's the slightest pressure and it will actually lock up all movements. So you know, if you move somewhere, you can't make fast adjustments with it. It's super annoying. Okay, so I got my blaze blown up. Oh boy, that makes sense. F1 race. That's probably just F1 race for the Famicom. Early racing game. Yeah. Is that the original music? It's been a while. I actually do have the Famicom card from this one. I'm much of the same. Like I have a Mister. I can play all the games I ever want. But there is something, you know, to just original stuff and pulling that off the shelf and just playing some of that. It's just a lot of fun. Yeah, I can't steer enough. This game also gets like hacked a lot. Like you got UFO race and basically all bunches of different kind of races, and they just rip this game and put on more graphics, and that's your thing. But this one, you know, cool game. Bicycle race, maybe we'll find it. Macross. You know, some of the Chinese devices are pretty decent. Like you've got what's called Game King, which is a Android box, which is pretty decent. But you know that thing is like what, $150. So for that you pretty much have a for that money you basically can build a RetroPie, although those boards get more expensive with the AI as well, so that's kind of unfortunate. I never actually played Macross, I don't think. Yeah, but Desert Tank, what is that? We'll see soon enough, but it's... Oh wow, there's nice auto fire in this one, that's good. Yeah, this tank's probably a tank again. My guess as well, while the fire game works. Again, surprisingly, this kind of pad works better in a shooter. I'm kind of actually surprised how well it functions here, as opposed to any platformer game. set. Again, I've never played it. Oh yeah, you can transform. That's cool. Oh really? Never knew. Again, I'm not familiar with this game at all. Never played it. Okay, so when we are in the ship form, we can only shoot to the right. And in the what is it? Neck form. Yeah, so far this is definitely the best game, and it actually plays half decent on this thing as well. This is a pleasant surprise. End of the level. Never played this. Really looking like a cool game. No, not something we were actually looking for. Damn it! I was having fun, man. But you're right. That was not the object. It only has one level. What the heck? Kung Fu. Ye are Kung Fu. Oh boy. This is gonna take a line. Yeo Kung Fu, was that actually on the NES or Famicom? I think it was. Well, let's play level 1 because I can't actually go for level 2. Never actually played this on the NES. I love this game on the Commodore 64. And again, I'm having issues. I'm having issues with the duck. Ah, so it is. Man, this is real tough. Yeah, I love the Commodore 64 version of this. Actually, a really cool game. Not sure if we dead. Well, on the C64 I can at least beat the first dude. It does look different from the Commodore 64 version. This is this isn't as floaty. I don't know, the Commodore 64 version is also kind of the sound that is just really cool. They do some really neat things with that, with the music, and this one doesn't sound as nice, but you know, that's usual. Finally. Was this originally an arcade game too? I actually don't know. But yeah, let's... Whoa. Shooting. What the heck? Let's actually check out some other stuff here. Because we are looking for some actual... road fight. It's also a game I think was not released in the West. Road Fighter. At least I think this is Road Fighter. Let's see. On the road. Yeah, this is Road Fighter. Ah, so there was an arcade version, the Pirate Game Boy. And yeah, this... It wasn't released in Europe. I've never seen it here. It would be cool to actually hunt it down. Oops. 1993. Wow. That is... This... What? No wonder I've never seen it. The NES was rare by then. But yeah, fun game. Not unlicensed and not something we were actually looking for. Circus. Yeah, all those early games sound a bit like pole position. Circus looks like Circus Charlie. Yep, Circus Charlie. Again, you cannot select any of the actual other options because there's no select button. That is just so weird. What is kind of odd, I'm pretty sure later on in this device we find um, the other, like this game again, but then split up. I mean, it's an early game once more, and it was pretty decent for its time, I suppose. Oops. I never played the arcade version. Only the Famicom version, and you know, it's simple fun. Should look up the arcade version sometime. Didn't even know there was an arcade version of it, but you know, with these earlier things, should have expected as much. Galaga is the original. That would be nice. Yeah, looks like Galaga. So, you know, just another great game on this system at least. And does it play okay with this sliding thing? Yeah, this plays okay. Can't go wrong with some Galaga. Yeah, the NES Galaga is pretty decent. Pretty good conversion. The arcade version. One of the better ones in the early days for sure. Anyway, again, not what we were looking for. They actually have a decent amount of you know, unaltered ROMs on here, which is both a good thing because you actually have some nice games on here, and a bad thing because, you know, it's less stuff to love here. The Pirate Game Boy, Demons of Death. Wow, I never knew that. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, Desert Tank. Wow, what is this? Absolute Entertainment, huh? Yeah, okay. I don't actually recognize this one. Oh, this is Battle Tank. Is this the never played it. Is this the 3D one? No. Yeah, it is. I never even knew this existed on the NES. What the heck? I never knew this existed. I just know the arcade game, which is pretty impressive. Never knew they actually ported it on the NES. That's pretty cool. Also, kind of surprising that they put that on here. How do we actually find some dudes to shoot? Yeah, never knew this was made. It's kind of interesting because I would argue that this is the one game, you know, steering a tank where the controller, like the sliding thing, actually makes kind of sense. But yeah, I have no clue how to actually find dudes. And yeah, this looks like a very boring desert here. Oh well. Probably maybe it said it in the briefing where to go. And there's no way to speed up. Maybe with the select button. Do you need to press the select button to also change weapons? Because there's 50 cal there, and But of course, there is no select button on this thing, so... What's that? Yeah. Oh wait, there is start. We got start. Hold up and B. Let's try that. Hold up and which one is B? This. Oh yeah. All right, there we go. And there's dudes. Probably should slow down a bit. Die! Whatever nefarious country you belong to, bastard! Yeah, this is a neat game. Should really check this out. Never knew this existed. This is awesome. Mario Bros. Again? Oh wait, this is the original. Is it actually? It doesn't work. Doesn't it work at all? Okay, now it does work. Mr. Mary! Yeah, this is just Mario Bros. Load runner, of course, that's also always on these things. And it is actually load runner. Yeah, Mr. Mary, how did they come up with that one, huh? I mean, obviously now it's not Mario anymore. It's an original game there. Oh yeah. Don't do that. Anyway, Load Runner, awesome game. I haven't played that in ages. Load Runner 2. Was there a 2? Or was it just like the level pack? Like more levels. No, it does look slightly different. Championship Load Runner. Oops. Well, that was fun. And I can't kill myself because there's no select button. Dig Duck. Yeah, classic. And it is indeed Duck Duck. Seems like only Aladdin 3 is the only one that is kind of mislabeled there, where they just forgot to put that ROM in the right position, apparently. 5 chess, is this Reversi or Othello, or however you want to call it? We mainly know it as Reversi over here. And again, it doesn't work. Is the system overheating or something? Yeah, now it works. Oh yeah, another game I do not know. Go. Hey there, Microman MNO. Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's another game I don't know. Go. I have no clue. I did a thing. He did a better thing, probably. I don't know. There's actually a very rare CDI game based on Go. Never seen it in the wild. But it's yeah. Exactly, the Pirate Game Boy. Really a game that I would love to hunt down at some point, but it's freaking rare. Bomberman. Yeah, cool game. Although, you know, the first Bomberman is not that great, honestly. It's really the second game where it started to really get good, I suppose. Yeah, and this controller does not work with this kind of game. Oh man. Yeah, no Einstein in the. Well, that was Reversi or Othello. Oh, Famiclones tonight, Microman and all. So we're gonna have. Well, at the end of the day, I will have blisters on my thumbs, basically. Well, I already have one because I managed to burn myself today by baking some naan bread, which was absolutely delicious. But yeah, you know, real blind man thing where you actually grab the oven heat sources instead. Well, not the sources, you know, the thing you put the bread on. Puyan, also a Famicom classic. And yeah, this is just the normal game. Yeah, this is standard. And I always have a lot of trouble with this. Oh. Naan bread is the best bread. Especially the one with some nice bits of garlic on there. Oh, and this was not handmade naan bread. This was just very lazily store-bought and just, you know, heated up. Although it's not that hard to make from scratch. And yeah, some actual curry to go with it is also nice, but there was too much of a thing. I don't eat that much, so, you know, just some naan bread is enough. Lunar ball? That's a snooker thing, right? Or is it billiards? I always... No, snooker, I think, with all the colored balls, right? Press start button, we can do that. Well, we can do a one player game. Round 4, friction. Oh wait, this is the one where you need to make the trick shots, isn't it? Or... Cool music. Man, do I need to put in ball 3 first? Oops. There we go. Man, this again. Oh wait, and there's a power meter. Man, yeah. I have vaguely seen this game, but yeah, not very familiar with it. But yeah, it seems like it says ball 3. Where it actually is ball 3? Oh, it's the green one. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that one in. That's for sure. We didn't lose. But yeah, this is the normal game. I think, from what I remember. Pretty neat, but yeah, not one I am very familiar with. But I do recognize it at least. Can't say that for every game so far. Ice Climber. Ice Climber sucks. Yeah, I said it. I don't like Ice Climber. Microman, yeah, they couldn't model the cue sticks, indeed. Yeah, I hate Ice Climbers. No. Especially those bonus stages, man. They are the worst. Come on, get it. But Clue Land. It gets frustrating real fast, Clue Land. I mean, I like kind of the concept, the idea of it, but that's about it. Yeah, we know Ice Climber. Then we have Ninja 2. Is that a man? Is that Ninja Gaiden? Possibly, but no. Alright, I also played this one in the review, I think. Was that Ninja 1 maybe after this one? Should have done them in order, I suppose. I don't recognize this one either. I'm pretty sure this is a Famicom original as well. Whoa. Yeah, but the awesome paladin Ninja Gaiden with this thing would be very terrible. And I'm using my flashlight. Oh wait, it doesn't work like this. Why not? But yeah, I'm using this this Sonic knockoff thing, which doesn't actually feature Sonic, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure I have a Sonic-shaped console that has Sega 8-bit games, and it's actually pretty good. But I think it's from Blaze, which, you know, started out with some less than ideal gaming consoles either. Although, you know, back then when Blaze started those console on a chip things, it was still a relatively new idea, and it was pretty cool. And then we have City Connect. You know, couldn't fit the John or Yon. Also classic game. Which company made City Connect now? I forgot. But yeah, also never been a fan of this game. I think it's originally an arcade game as well. And it's much better in the arcade. Jump? Oh yeah, you can shoot. I've never been a big fan of this one. Just, I don't know, the way you drive, and I don't know, never, the controls never clicked with me, basically. Again, in theory, I kinda like it, but in practice, I just can't play these well. But, you know, it's a game that works okay. Right, Game Boy, brush roller with cards and a side view. Yeah, I guess, yeah. That sounds about right. Frontline, looks like an Ikari Warriors thing. Where's it? Heavy barrel. Something like it, but. This looks very barebone. No music either. Is this an original game? Was this also ported from an arcade cabinet? I hope that one was better than this one. Yeah, this is NES has much better games like this. Ikari Warriors, for example. Commando. Oh man, this pad does not work for this. My commander, no, look at him walk. Yeah, I don't know, man. He must be escaping prison and they did stuff to him or something. I don't know. Although, you know, they all work like that. Oh, you got grenades too, right? Yeah, this is not fun. This is not fun. Let's see, what else? Pinball. Yeah, it looks like the original pinball. Yeah. Yeah. One I missed back in the day, and as such I never really came to like it afterwards. Although, you know, on this pad it actually kind of works because you only have to hit the left button ever. You don't actually have to make fast adjustments. So in that sense, one of the better working games on this device. So that's at least a thing. You know. But you can never play the other game modes because, once again, can't press select. So the one game where you could actually go for, you know, maybe a two-player hot seat version, set the best score, you can't actually set it like that. There we go. Yeah, I do like me some pinball games now and then, but yeah, this one I just saw too late, and by that times, you know, it's hard to get back to games like this once you you've played games like Pinball Dreams and Pinball Fantasy. It's hard to get back to the more basic pinball games. And this one, it's very basic. And I did play back in the day Pinbot, which was based on an actual pinball cabinet. Yeah, the awesome Van LPs. Who needs this when you have pinball on the CDI? I don't know, man. Would be hard to to say which one is actually worse. Olympic. Is this one where you have to flick the controls left and right? Because, yeah, track and field. Yeah, this is gonna be a blast with this control pad. No, you can't. You can't. You can't. This is left and right, right? I forgot. Oh boy! Oh, it's just buttons. Oh, we can do that. No, we can't. Man, I hate these kind of games. Many a Commodore 64 joystick was destroyed because of these things. Yeah, that's probably why I'm thinking left and right, because most of the times on the Commodore 64 it's left and right, because, well, you only have the one button there. And again, you can't select the other ones. But yeah, track and field. It is a classic, but I never liked those kind of games. Mahjong, we don't really have to know. Well, maybe it's the wrong game here, but probably not. Yeah, another game I have no clue how to actually play. But it works, and there's a ton of Mahjong games on Famicom, so probably one of those is there. There was a Hypershot controller originally for the track and field games. Don't know. Hypershot does sound familiar. And it's just for 4 players, I suppose. Otherwise, well, it does look really different. A lot more basic. You mean the coffee or the tea mug? That's only to show when you pause the game. Kind of interesting that they put it on the Nuts and Milk, also a game I'm not very familiar with. I do think that's the original tune at least. How do you... Oh right, and there's spring... How do you can't jump, I think. Again, not very familiar with this one. Yeah, you can't jump. This is the first third-party game. The party Game Boy. That's interesting. Yeah, it kind of has a. Man, I thought the spring would lift me up a bit. Kind of has that Donkey Kong feel to it. Like it fits in the line of Donkey Kong, Popeye. You know, those kind of Nintendo games. It feels much like that. So that's pretty interesting. I should probably spend some more time with a better controller on that one too, and see how it plays more accurately. Speaking of Popeye, I saw Popeye there. Yeah, there he is. But first there is Star Force. What is Star Force? Is that an actual game? I don't recognize the name. Is it Star Soldier? Or is Star Force an actual thing? Whoa, what the heck? Pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, they kind of F this one up pretty bad. Wow. That's yeah, not the best sampling here. Donkey. Classic. Can't go wrong with some Donkey Kong. Although that extra G in the menu is kind of hilarious. Yeah, this place is okay. You know, it's the normal. Mario here, or was he still called Jumpman here? Whoops. Pretty solid. One of the better conversions for sure back in the day. And then there's the others, which I'm not that much of a fan of. Yeah, Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong Jr. I like the least, but you know, it's here. Well, the least. There is also, of course, Donkey Kong Jr. Moth. I guess that is the one I actually like the least. Oh crap! But yeah, this works okay. I do like back in the day that Nintendo reversed the roles. You know, make the hero into the villain for the next game. That's kind of cool. And yeah, this one I'm not a big fan of either. And yeah, this control pad again, it doesn't work well with up and the down, because I keep going up and down and I don't really want to go up. Yeah, this oh man. Yeah, this does not control well. Every game where you have 4-way control is just terrible, except for the shooters for some reason. Kinda interesting. But yeah, that Mappy. Mappy sometimes glitches out on these systems. I think it has a custom chip. I'm not entirely sure, or it has some mapper issues that not all these consoles get right. I think that's actually something that you, the Pirate Gamer Boy, pointed out to me once. So let's see what this plays like. This one looks okay. Also a game I'm not a huge fan of. But for what it's worth, this plays okay. And because, you know, you don't have to make frantic movements, it actually also works on this kind of pad. Where do you go again after you collect all the things? There we go. So that's what happens when they mess it up. And it's very apparent because it really makes the game unplayable if they mess it up, and it's a shame because, you know, it's a simple game and it can play well. And it is you know, one of the games that actually works well with this D-pad, so it would be a shame if they mess that one up. Oh, Excitebike actually uses the D-pad, so you can actually go to this design mode. That's cool. But yeah, we know Excitebike. Also a game I'm not a huge fan of, but you know, it was an early game that was kind of cool. I actually had a Pong system that had kind of a very, very early Excitebike idea, where you had an obstacle course where you needed to jump over barrels and such with a little bike, or, you know, a blob that was supposed to look like a bike. Here's Ninja 1. I do recognize this one. But I don't actually know what it's called. But I do think this is an actual Famicom game as well. This is Ninja-kun, okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool next to some Pong. What other games did it have? Yeah, it had a lot of varieties of Pong. It had like soccer, where you basically had two kinds of pedals. Oh, I think you actually need to get rid of all the ninjas, don't you? This jump is very unwieldy. Not the pad's fault, that's just in design, I think. There we go. But you can't adjust your jump once you have pressed the button. You need to commit. What happened there? Oh well. Decent game. Early game. Oops. Early game once again, and you know, those can still be good fun. Oh, Devil World. I don't like Pac-Man games. It's one of those weird games where you are wondering how Nintendo approved this. But yeah, this is just Devil's World. Not the best kinda Pac-Man. Clone. But oh well, it is what it is. And I don't like it that much. That's true. Did it actually come out in Europe? I don't know. Popeye, here we go. Also